So good morning students. Today we will have our lecture of our regular subject CLSP or BCCA 6th and from today from this presentation we will start our unit 4, that is secretary and directors. Unit 1, 2, 3 we have completed. In third unit we have gone through with shares and debentures. Okay, what are the different types of shares? Then the topics related to shares means different types of shares, at the same time how the members and the shareholders contribute in companies working, rather how they are related, who are the members, who are the shareholders. Then we have come to the company meetings, and in that company meetings especially we have seen what different types of company meetings are, then what is voting right, what is capital reduction, what is debenture, what are the different types of debenture, different charges like fixed and floating, etc. Today we will start our lecture, our unit 4, and that consists of secretary and directors. We will see every details regarding secretary and directors. But first we will start with the topic secretary. Now first of all you need to understand secretary means an individual, a single person who is performing duty related to the secretarial work, related to the secretarial practice. As our subject says, company law and secretarial practice. What kind of duties, what kind of works which a company secretary is performing, different types of secretaries we will see here, what is the importance of secretary in case of working of the company, how an individual known as a company secretary is important from the company's point of view, where he is required. In some legal procedures, the role of secretary is very much important. What kind of duties he is performing, etc. we will see in this lecture. So, first of all, a secretary, a person whose work is to write for others, especially one who is employed to conduct correspondence, keep records and transact various other businesses for another person or for a society, corporation or a public body. This definition is given in Oxford Dictionary, but this is limited up to the certain area, means this is related to personal secretary, means any individual. Okay, and you will observe that the explanation which is mentioned in this particular definition is very much stipulated or limited. Okay, earlier this was the job of the secretary who used to, and generally personal secretary used to be appointed as a female were working as a personal secretary. But now the area, because the business is expanded, the nature of the business is changed in this corporate and multinational company type of business. The role of company secretary, the role of secretary is more important, more wide, it is more what we can flourish in the correct or in the business area. So this definition was limited and this was up to certain area only. But now what the Company Act 2013 says for the word company secretary. As per the Companies Act, company secretary or a secretary means a company secretary as defined in the clause C of subsection I and section 2 of the other companies. It says that who is appointed by a company to perform the functions of a company secretary under this act. So this definition is very, means nothing is defined related to company secretary here, but a person, 1980 Act, what it says, a person who is a member of Institute of Company Secretaries of India, any student, for example even you, after passing your graduation, or if you want to become a CS, that is company secretary, as CA, CS, this CS stands for company secretary, CA stands for chartered accountant. Okay, now a person who is a member of an Institute of a Company Secretaries of India, that is ICSI. A person who is member of ICSI used to be defined as a company secretary in the Companies Act 1980. But now as just now I told you that because the business is expanded, the nature and the type of the business is changed due to the FDI, foreign direct investment. Because the other companies, multinational companies are coming, they are investing, they are running their companies, they are running their plant in our country. So the complete, it means it is globalized. The business of India is globalized. So the definition of company secretary has been also changed. So now it has got a wide importance in today's business. In today's business world, the role of secretary is very much important. Rather, it is equivalent to CEO, that is chartered accountant. So, from the above definitions, it can be stated that secretary is appointed to ensure the smooth functioning of the organization and assist in various functions related to correspondence, meetings, record keeping, and any such administrative work. He has to look out the matters which are related to the smooth functioning of the organization and assist in various functions related to correspondence, meetings, record keeping, and administrative work. Now, in modern times, a secretary has a greater status and importance in the organization. The need and importance of secretary can be highlighted with the following points. Now, what are those points? Expert advice and guidance. What exactly a company secretary do in case of companies working? What is his role? What kind of duties he need to perform? Correct? Now, after attaining or after receiving the degree of secretary, company secretary, after becoming a CS, what is the job of the secretary? That is exactly, important from the working point of view. But as I have told you that the secretary is personal secretary also and company secretary also. So in case of defining these two works, the importance, what is the importance of secretary? Expert advice and guidance. Secretary advises the superiors on various important issues and assists in finalizing decisions on various issues. The views, observations, opinions of the secretary are always considered valuable while taking appropriate policy decisions. Okay, every company views or every company formalizes their own policy. They have their own rules and regulations. So the contribution of the secretary means the guidance of the secretary while preparing or while framing those policy. The role of secretary, the advice or the guidance given by the secretary is always given a primary importance. So expert advice and guidance. So the secretary provides able guidance to the management and helps to achieve expected growth of the business. Means because he is expert person, he has completed that related course like company secretary. He has studied various matters which are important from company's point of view, and that is why it is said that it helps to achieve expected growth of the business. Now, administrator, a secretary looks after the routine office administration of the organization. So, he is called a administrator. Secretary handles efficiency routinely as well as executive duties of the organization. Routine duties like office management, documentation. At the same time, secretary also handles the executive duties like assisting policy formulation, preparation of plans, supervision and execution of plans. See, the role of company secretary is very much important from the management point of view. As the company, for example, managing director, the guidance or the work which is distributed and delegated by the manager or by a managing director to a secretary. Being an important person, being a part of that organization, secretary has to perform various n number of works which is distributed and delegated to him. So the work like formulation of the policy, preparation of the policy, various financial documentation, at the same time preparation of plans, making decisions. Decision making is very much important part of the management. So in that case also secretary contributing, secretary is working on a very efficiently. His contribution is always considered as a primary work. So the importance given to him in case of such work like policy formulation, preparation of plans and supervision and execution of plans is extremely important. Now, custodian of secret information, secretary, okay, secret. He has to keep secrets, means he should not disclose the information within all the staff members, within all the employees, because he is a responsible person from management point of view. It is not like he will share each and every information with his employees. He has to keep something which is important from the business expansion point of view, business what do you say, growth point of view. So he should keep some information up to him only. He should not share everything with his core group. He should not share the information with the employees, with the staff in the organization. So it is called custodian, means he has to keep the information as a secret, as a custody. Means custody means what? We are keeping very much valuable things in your custody. So here he has to keep that information like a secret in a custody. Correct? This is what is custodian of secret information. He has to keep something confidential. He should not disclose every fact, every information with the employees. Correct? So he is also known as confidential officer. Correspondent. The secretary is a correspondent of the organization and therefore responsible for inward and outward correspondence. Secretary conducts correspondence with members, directors, banks, insurance companies, registrars, government authorities, etc. Correct? He works as a correspondent. Okay. Whenever there is some letters received from the outside, that is inward, and he has to give the reply to those notices, to those letters which has been received from the customers, maybe from the government authorities. In that case, the role of our secretary is like a correspondent. Okay, what he has to do? He has to give the replies to the various information, various government notices, various letters, bank letters, or any such important documents which is secret or which has got immense importance from the management point of view. So he is acting as a correspondent. Then legal compliance officer. The secretary has to ensure proper and timely legal compliances in all activities of the organization. He has to perform various statutory duties. Statutory means compulsory, or secretary has to maintain books registered as prescribed by the Companies Act 2013. Secretary has to file returns, documents with proper authorities within the stipulated time. Okay. So he is called, the main job of a company secretary is to handle the legal work of the organization. Okay. Because see, the correspondence like inward, outward, or meeting with the suppliers, or handling the work like some telephonic work that can be conducted or that can be managed by the others. But legal compliance officer, because he has the knowledge of every court matter, and being an important and responsible person related to legal activities, he is acting as a legal compliance officer. Then conducting meetings. Every business organization has to conduct meetings where the persons meet and finalize important decisions. Secretary carries out formalities within which are required to be undertaken before, during, and after the meeting, which includes preparation of agenda, sending notices, preparing minutes, etc. So, conducting meetings. Link between management and staff. A secretary acts as a link between management and the staff of the organization and helps in effective communication. It is important that these decisions are coordinated effectively at all levels of the organization. He is acting as a link between management and the staff. He should keep in custody the secret information, but at the same time he must convey if there is some problems with the employees, problems with the staff, then he should convey the right information to the management, so that the employee should not suffer, the work should not suffer, and everything, the work, daily routine work of the organization will done smoothly. But if he is not acting as a link between management and the staff, then the secretary will be removed from the job, or the correct importance will not be given to the secretary. So he has to act as a link between management and the staff. Then fulfillment of secretary standards and secretary audits. Secretarial standards and audit aim at checking whether the company is adhering to the legal and procedural requirements. See, every company has to follow the norms, the rules, regulation, terms and conditions which are mentioned in Companies Act 2013. That is very much final. Every time we have to remember that the terms, norms which are mentioned in Companies Act 2013. So there are some standards. Okay, secretarial standards means something which is uniform, which is unique, and that is called secretarial standards and audit. And this is done that no illegal or no incorrect work. Rather, company should not follow anything which is against the rule of Companies Act 2013. And who should be doing that, or it is whose responsibility? It is secretary's responsibility, that whether the secretarial standards are properly followed, whether the secretarial audit is done at a right time or by a right persons, then everything must be checked by the secretary. So, fulfillment of secretarial standards and audit. Now, the types of secretary. There are two main types of secretary. First is personal secretary and then is institutional secretary. Personal secretary may be kept by a professional person like doctor, okay, like any actor, or any person who is always busy in the work. Then it may be director or a managing director of a company, they get personal secretary also. And the another type is institutional secretary. You will always find that the very famous hero or heroines, they people are keeping personal secretary to manage their daily or routine affairs. Okay, because it is not possible for them to maintain the records of their routine work, so they are appointing personal secretary. But in case of institutional secretaries, or the here exactly the role of company secretary is more important. So institutional secretaries has been again divided into following parts: secretary of non-profit organization or secretary of any NGO, correct? Then secretary of cooperative society but which is cooperative. Okay, there are different institutions like bank, other financial institutions, credit cooperative society, cooperative banks. Okay, so that comes under secretary of institutional secretary. Then secretary of joint stock company, again joint stock company has two parts: public company and private company. And what now we are talking about, the secretary is exactly a secretary of whether a public company or a private company. So the another type is secretary of government department and secretary of other body corporates. Now this is just for information what are the different types of secretary. But now why the secretaries are appointed in a company? Again, this is very important. A company secretary of a company that has a primary responsibility to ensure compliance with statutory and regulatory requirements and for ensuring that decisions of the board of directors are implemented or not. Okay, so what company feels, what the board of director feels, that company secretary is a responsible person. So it is his primary responsibility to ensure compliance with the statutory and regulatory requirements and ensuring that decisions of the board of directors are properly implemented or not. There are number of laws, statutes and regulations etc. applicable on company, which a company secretary looks after and comply thereon. Comply means he is taking right decisions. Okay, when there are some legal matters where compliance is required, okay, and that compliance is not every time complaint. Okay, he has to find out, he has to study, he has to analyze who secretary, then only he will take a decision what exactly the comply should be given on a specific matter. So in India, a company secretary needs to be a member of Institute of Company Secretaries of India. Only then he or she is eligible to be appointed as a company secretary of any company. Okay, so he has to receive that degree. He must be a company secretary holder. Once he has got that degree, that certificate that he is a company secretary against of ICSI, then only he or she can be appointed as a company secretary. Correct? So here we will stop today, and then again we will come to the next, that is different liabilities, different rights, then what are the compliances, what are the penalties on a secretary, that is company secretary. Thank you.